Good morning, students. I welcome you to the online teaching learning session of Vocal Education Society English Medium Ozer. I, named Mrs. A. H. Nambiyar, will teach you EVS 1 second lesson Motions of the Earth. On the first picture, you are seeing a toy, the toy which we play in our games. Many of us know it. Any object that turns around itself, for example, a ball. Yes, when you throw it, it turns around, and that line on which it turns is an imaginary line. Yes, you try to keep a place fixed and you try to throw that thing on that particular place, and it moves around on that line, and the movement on that line is known as axis of rotation, and the movement, that round movement, one single round, is called as rotation. Now if you hold the toy, that is the top, it is named as the top. If you hold it in your hand and if you try to draw a straight line exactly in between, this top will be divided exactly into two parts. The line which divides the thing or the toy, the top, into two parts is known as its axis. Now this example was given to us to understand the rotation of the earth, the movement of the earth, the motion of the earth. Now in the second picture of the page 6, you are going to see the globe, the blue color picture. The blue color picture which you are observing, that round ball shaped structure or the figure on your page, it is the replica of the earth. It means it is the one xerox copy, what we call today's date. It is a small, you can say, model of the earth which represents the whole earth. It is the replica of the earth, which is called as the replica of the earth. Now the line of axis which we understood by the top in the first example, we will try to understand the line of axis on the globe. So the earth, it rotates with its inclined axis. Now what is this inclined axis? That is its fixed line. Now in the picture you are seeing the bolded alphabets north and south. You are knowing the north and the south poles. So this line, inclined axis, it passes in between the two poles, from starting north pole to the end of the south pole. So it is named as NS. The points N and S, north and south pole. If a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between of the north and south pole, then what will happen? This line will divide the earth exactly into two halves, or two equal parts. So that line which divides the earth into two exactly equal parts, that line is known as the equator. So the top part of the earth which we are observing in the picture, these are the imaginary lines. So the upper part is known or named as northern hemisphere, and the down part is known as the southern hemisphere. Then here we are going to understand on the next page about the movement of the earth which causes the different reactions. What is the first reaction we observe? You will say every day in our day-to-day life, that is the day and the night. How it occurs, the day and the night, all around this earth? See here, one example is given here. See, one candle is placed on a cardboard. The globe is in front of it, and you are seeing the candle is lighted. So what will happen if you hold a candle and a globe or a ball or a circular thing in front of the candle? The part which faces the candle will be illuminated, will be lighted. Yes, and the other part of the globe or the other part of the round thing which you are using, or the other round ball which we are using, will be in darkness. In this manner, when the earth is rotating, yes, the part which faces the sun, it observes day, and the part which is not in front of the sun observes the night. So this is the first reaction which we come to know, that the earth is moving. The earth is moving. Then another thing they are saying here about the, now we will try to understand about how much time it takes to take a one round. The earth, how much time it takes to take a one round. So 24 hours, okay, it takes 24 hours, and these 24 hours is counted as one day. Okay, now our life is only for 24 hours? No, we live for days, we live for weeks, months, and year. So we are knowing that 24 hours we count as one day. Then 1 month. Okay, then how many months are there? 12 months in a year. So how many days are there total? 365 days. So these 365 days are known as 1 year. So when this earth, it completes a one full round around the sun, these 365 days is known as 1 year, and that movement of the earth around the sun is known as revolution. And the movement of one day, that is 24 hours, is known as rotation of the earth. It is known as rotation of the earth. Now, a leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, the year is taken to have been 365 days. So in these 365 days, so 24 hours make one day. But if you count the whole year, that is the 365 days, 6 hours are less to make a 1 year, and with 24 hours. So this 6 hours late for 4 years, that is 6 into 4, that is equal to 24. Then it makes one day. And if you see the February month in one whole year, it is having only 28 days. So after every 4 years, the fifth year is taken one day extra in the February month, that is having 29 days, and those 24 hours and one day is included in that month after 4 years have been completed. And that year the number of days are 366 days. So this type of year, that is with 366 days and 29 days in February, that year is considered to be or known to be as a leap year. According to the lesson, we will try to understand the monthly concept which occurs in every 15 days. First, we will try to understand about the full moon. Now, what is this full moon? Yes, the moon is revolving around the earth and it revolves around the sun. So, these two orbits, yes, the moon and the earth, are always in a one straight line? No, they are moving on the circular line or in different places. Okay, we see the half of the moon surface. Sometimes when we see in the night time, sometimes the full moon you will see the whole moon is there. Sometimes a very thin line, sometimes a little bigger, then sometimes half of it. So this type of structure, yes, yes, when we observe on the full moon night, that is the entire side of the moon that faces the earth, yes, is known as the full moon. Huh? Then from this full moon to the new moon, that is the full lighted part of the moon we see from the earth, then becomes smaller and smaller. So once we observe, that is the whole moon, and again it gets smaller and smaller, and again there is the darkness, again from darkness smaller, smaller, smaller to bigger. These phases of the moon are known as waning of the moon. Okay, now after every 14 or 15 days, from new moon to the full moon, that is from darkness to the whole brightness. Okay, that is the waxing of the moon. New moon means waxing of the moon, or we called it as Amavasya. In our solar calendar we call it as Amavasya. And then again from 14 to 15 days, little bit brighter and brighter it gets, and then we see the new moon, that is the illuminated moon, that is the lighted whole part of the moon, that is known as Purnima. That is known as Purnima. That is known as the waning of the moon. So every month, and this cycle, yes, which occurs from 28 days to 30 days within, yes, this is called the lunar month. Every day of the lunar month is called a tithi. Every day of the lunar month is called as the tithi. So in between 28 days, if this type of cycle arises in that month, it is the lunar month, and that lunar month in solar calendar is called as tithi. Okay, here it is mentioned below. The picture is shown there of the phases of the moon. Now for your homework, you will observe the waning and waxing of the moon. Yes, you will observe the full moon, new moon till the full moon. Okay, and you will read the lesson, draw the pictures, and try to find the answers and write in class work. Okay.